What's up, everybody? So yeah, I'm pretty happy to be making this video. We're opening back up on the 1st, coming up here in just a few days on Monday. So we will be doing some things a little bit differently. We are going to have, we're going to cut classes off 15 minutes so we can have 15 minutes of cleaning time. We're going to scrub everything down after classes. You need to show up no more than 5 minutes before your class and need to leave as soon as it's done. And there's not going to be any changing here at the academy, so you got to come in your gi already or your no gi attire. Water fountains will also be closed. You have to bring your own water bottle. No hanging out before or after class. This goes along with get here about 5 minutes before your class and then bounce as soon as you're done. The private lesson room is off limits, so I know a lot of us like to hang out in there and stuff, and again, this is just no hanging out at the academy right now. This stuff will hopefully all change, so don't freak out too bad, right? There will be no public open mats for right now. Well, that one kills me too. Just because we're just going to keep it to our group for right now. We're just staying very cautious, taking all the precautions that we possibly can, and it's hard. I'll explain some of that in a minute. Must wear a rash guard or a t-shirt under your gi. Rash guard I would suggest, it's way better. T-shirt, it's going to be all sweaty and gross, but it's up to you. It just one more layer of protection. Private lesson paybacks by black belts will be announced soon. We're probably going to do it like on a day like Saturday or a Sunday, and then you guys will just have to get in a spot. We'll have so many hours, and then you can all apply to get in your spots or whatever, and we'll eventually get it all taken care of. And that's referring to if you stayed on your contract and didn't pause your membership. We have several things that we're doing with camps and things like that, but one of the things that you'll be getting is a private lesson by a black belt for every month you had to sit there at home and still pay tuition. And I know there was a bunch of things we did too, like online curriculum and stuff like that. We're going to have other things coming up, parents' night outs and stuff like that. So, but this is mainly for the adults. We'll have some special things for the kids that we'll go on to. So for the adults, that's what's happening for you. And we'll announce that when that opens up, and then it'll be first come, first serve. We'll get everybody taken care of. Trust me on that one. So let's just talk about why I'm deciding to open, why I've kept it closed so long, all those things. Closed down on Friday the 13th of March, and I think it was the right decision. I still feel strongly about that decision. I do not think that this virus is not deadly. I think that it does have very dangerous properties to it. But now if we look at the data, we can kind of see who the majority of people that are being attacked by it is. That's not to say that somebody like even myself couldn't get sick and even die from the coronavirus. So we need to take this very seriously. When you come into Redline, this place is probably, out of all the places for spreading a virus, this is probably the worst. You just can't get a more dangerous environment for that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, we're doing cardio on each other, sweating and everything else. So we're trying to limit the viral shed if something like that was to have somebody came in with maybe asymptomatic and shedding. Leads me to my next thing. This should seem super obvious. If you're sick, or if you think that you're getting sick, or if you ran a slight fever, or somebody in your family's ran a slight fever, or you've found out a coworker had been sick with the virus, or you'd come in contact with somebody with the virus, tell us and don't come here, right? We have to have a strong line of communication on this stuff. So if you feel like something's going on, give me or Coach Chase a call, and we'll be able to at least log that and then check on you also to make sure everything goes okay. For the kids and stuff, the parents need to be very cautious about coming here. And I've seen some reports that kids maybe aren't spreading it around as much as they thought in the beginning, which would be great. But we still need to take every precaution. If you have, grandma and grandpa want to come up and watch your kids train, I don't think it's the best idea for right now. We're going to limit the amount of people that can really be in the building at any time, as far as we don't want a whole bunch of extra people coming to watch. Used to, we would allow you to come in and watch class just to see how you liked it and stuff like that. We're not going to do that for right now. Now, granted, we're in a very special time. I don't want to keep the locker rooms closed forever, where we can't change here. I don't want to keep it to where we can't come and congregate before and after classes. Some of my funnest moments are doing that. I definitely don't want to not have open mat to the public. There are some things that we're just going to have to take on the chin for right now and do our due diligence. You know, the stuff that we clean everything with here kills every kind of virus, including the coronavirus, and we've been doing that for a long time. I've got my cleaning procedures from the Gracie Academy in Torrance, and they clean after every class. So do we. So we're just going to keep that up, but we're going to go like super crazy with it and clean like everything, you know, walls and everything. But when you come through those doors onto this matted space in here, this wonderful, beautiful matted space, this is going to be the most dangerous room in the building, not just because of all the straight killers in the room, but because if somebody did contract the coronavirus, it's going to spread through here like wildfire. And so, again, most people that get it probably be asymptomatic and never even know they had it. So for the gyms that are checking temperature at the doors and stuff like that, they're really just doing it to show the public, I feel like, that they're trying. And I think that's good to try, right? But most people who are shedding the most are asymptomatic, so you wouldn't even know. They wouldn't have a fever. They'd still be shedding it. So we're just going to come in with the understanding that this place can be dangerous, that it's a risk, and you're taking that risk by coming here. I'm not trying to make it to sugarcoat it and say, oh no, we're doing things in a safe way to where you'd never be infected with the virus. That's just not true. If anybody's telling you that, they're lying. It's just not how viruses work. And I'm no virologist or epidemiologist either, by the way, but I do have several good friends that are doctors and stuff that have pointed me in the right direction. And we waited a little bit longer than a lot of schools. Most schools opened up 14 days ago and kind of went back to business as usual. The numbers and the trends here in Oklahoma, I mean, they haven't jumped really high and started to go up. I do feel like they were still on a little bit of an incline. But again, sadly, or it depends on how you look at it, it's sad because we all have loved ones that are older, and it is really attacking the 65-year-old and up range really, really bad. Also, if you're morbidly obese, there's some things, some factors that play into this virus. It's a really weird thing. I think about my students' safety first and foremost, and that's why I'm making this video and really talking about the dangers of my school. There's just not too many things as dangerous as this when it comes to spreading viruses. Now, everybody I'm sure watching this is adults, so you can make your own decisions to be here or not. If you need to cancel your membership or anything like that, that will be totally understandable. And a lot of you have, and that is totally understandable. There's no hard feelings to anybody, by the way, who had to pause your membership or cancel your membership. I understand. Times right now are all hard. The other thing that's going to be going on, there's a lot of you that reached out to me that want to keep your membership going, but you can't come in because you have a loved one that you're taking care of at home, but you would like to do still online classes. So we're going to have it set up to where we're going to video or stream our classes, the adult classes that is, basics and advanced, so you can at least watch from home and be able to see and be with us that way. The other thing is, like, a lot of the times, every time, when people are hurt, I encourage you to come in and smell the academy air. That's one of my big things. Come in and just watch off the sidelines for a while. We're not going to do that right now. We will eventually go back to that, but right now, we're just not going to do it. We're going to try to have the chairs spaced out in the kids' classes for the adults to where you guys are spaced out and not just shoulder to shoulder, and so that will hopefully help. So we're opening back up June 1st, that's this Monday, and we're going to get back to business as usual, but we're going to take every precaution. So just remember, personal hygiene is king when it comes to this stuff. Even the flu, that's the same thing with the flu season. Everybody that's been with me for very long knows that right around the flu season, I start to freak out and post all these Facebook messages about if you're sick or somebody in your family's been sick, just don't come to class, right? And so it's kind of a running joke up here that I'm like germophobic because of that. But I've just seen, I've been in jiu-jitsu now for 23 plus years, and I've seen different viruses come in and just wreck shop in jiu-jitsu classes. So this virus would be no less, would be no different. So yeah, we are taking every precaution that we can, that we think that is a viable, real precaution, and we're going to do as best with what we have as what we can. I'm not guaranteeing that this model will work either. This whole thing may not be able to float. Jiu-Jitsu may look different in the future, like the business model for Jiu-Jitsu may change because of the virus. We just don't have enough information about the virus yet. We're in the summertime, we haven't went into the fall yet. They say there might be another resurgence of the virus. If that's the case, you'll have to reassess when we come to that situation. But just know this, I am constantly looking at the numbers, the infection rate, the hospitalization rate, the death rate, and the recovery rate. And I wouldn't open right now if I didn't think that we all had a pretty good chance of getting in here and not getting sick, right? So I think our chance is pretty good at being okay, and maybe the numbers will go down. But if I see the numbers spike, again, we will be, of course we reserve the right to be able to do whatever we want, but I just think that safety is paramount, and so we'll be watching it like a hawk. So that's it. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but man, I missed you guys. And yeah, that's it. So I'll see you on Monday, hopefully, on the mat. And if not, no big deal. Please watch online as we stream the classes. I love you guys. Stay safe.